Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about gear tickets in Delta Force. And in my opinion, what is the best elite gear ticket to run in this game to help optimize your PvP and money making methods to the fullest. But before we get into the video, let's take a moment and talk about Lego Fast. Are you tired of losing gunfights in Delta Force because of lag spikes and bad ping? Then you need Lego Fast, a VPN software that helps lower your ping and stabilize your connection, removing packet loss instantly and making the game far more enjoyable for players who are stuck with bad connection. With Lego Fast, you can connect to different servers all around the world with a simple click of a button, easily solving all of your connection issues just like that. Lego Fast also comes with a multitude of different type of tools to help you and your computer and your game, like the Season 7 task guides, the door codes that are hidden with Morse code, FPS boosts, has tools to help you with sharpening up your aim, and it even comes with a sonic radar edition in case you might be partially deaf. It also assists with that as well and gives you a bunch of guides on if you're receiving any errors, freezes in the game, any anti-cheat errors as well. It'll help you fix a lot of issues that you may have with your computer and Delta Force. So give Lego Fast a shot today. Click the link down in the description. Once you're on the website, download for Windows or whatever device you may be on. From there, pick your plan. Make sure you type in code nowhere, redeem for 30% off, and fix your connection today. All right, so we got gear tickets in Delta Force, which in my opinion is one of the best ways to gear yourself up without spending any money whatsoever. And in Delta Force, the elite tickets by far one of my favorites to run in normal mode. You got a load of different options here if you just re-roll them. You got sections in the firepower, sections in survival. And one of the ones that I love to use the most is the M4A1 gear ticket. This ticket right here comes with a 300k, pretty much full meta M4 that after the recent buff to both the damage and the armor pen, in my opinion, is one of the best guns to use in a gear ticket. I even put this gun in one of my top meta options as weapons to use in Delta Force. This gear ticket also comes with two really good purple armors within the game, one of them giving you a 30% hearing range, which is phenomenal and also has 30 durability. Another one being the assault vest, which I would one of the best vests to run if you're on a budget. Has 90 durability, comes with good repair efficiency and durability cost, which for those of you who don't know, that's just the amount of repairs you get out of the actual armor repair itself. So it'll just eat up a lot less of the armor repair while also repairing the vest a good amount. On top of that, you also get an assault chest rig, which holds up to 14 slots, while also giving you 2 field first aid kits which are cheap and a very effective repair kit. You also get your surgical kit. You get 10 rounds of purple ammo, PKs, a tourniquet for the bleeds, and then 3 stacks of blue ammo. It also comes with a 24 slot backpack, which is good for slurping up some of that goop. And overall, this is definitely one of the best gear tickets in my opinion, and something I like to run a lot. Like I said, it's a go-to. The M4 shoots straight, especially with this build. You're gonna have little to no recoil, have good handling, good stability, good accuracy. It's just perfect for any sort of engagement you find yourself in. But I'm gonna show you how to take this kit and really step it up without spending any of your own money, and it's going to help you win a lot more PvP fights, and on top of that, just help you make a lot more money and extract more. The first thing I do though before loading into a raid with your gear ticket is to make sure you optimize everything to the max capability possible. And by that I mean you want to load your safe box with stuff that the ticket itself does not give you. So what I would do is maybe drop some of the blue ammo like I did here, and I would load into my safe box 2 stacks of purple and a stack of gold. What this helps you do is during PvP fights, blue is perfectly fine, but you may come across some very kitted players who are either running, full purple, full gold, maybe even red. You never know. So what this allows you to do is be able to compete with the PvP that you're faced with. So if you come across a team and if you're able to notice that somebody on that team is in full gold or even full purple, you could then pull from your safe box, load in some purple ammo or load in some gold ammo to help you better win or take on that fight that you're about to face. On top of that, The kit also doesn't give you any repairs. So for me personally, I would just bring in one purple standard vest repair kit along with the purple standard helmet repair kit. This allows you to have at least one repair during a instance you may be faced with a fight, or if your armor is broken from maybe AI, whatever the case may be, you can repair it and become optimal, giving your chances of extraction a much better chance than what they were without it. And after that's all said and done, you guys should be ready to load into a raid, take on the fight at hand, and hopefully come out with some good loot, some good PvP, and extract. Okay.
Okay, let's get on with it.
Be cautious. The elevator in zero dam
That was
is
not
activated.
me.
You can extract from there now.
So when you're using this gun or this gear ticket kit in raid, the number one thing you want to do is make sure you extract. So if that means you got to loot the map to make some money, if you happen to PvP, you try your best to win your fights, take them when you can, leave if you have to. You don't want to die with this gear ticket. You're trying to run this ticket like your life depends on it. Goal profit is roughly 300 to 500k to extract with. If you can do that, you can then upgrade this kit instantly at post raid.
No secrets under my arrow.
I just saw him. Right?
Enemy located.
Are they running?
Yeah. Down to one. One here, 1 HP. Just run. They're just running. Just running. Guys, the last guy's 1 HP now. Right?
Okay.
Let's get this party started.
Well lost?
No. I don't know where last is. I don't know where he ran to. These guys box, so whoever he is just running away. In this scenario, what I ended up doing here was I won the fight against another team, and the guy that I managed to take out had a fully kitted up M4A1, which is almost best case scenario for what we're trying to do here, because a lot of the attachments on his M4 I may end up using on my M4, or selling it and upgrading the attachments on the gear ticket themselves to make it as optimal as possible. And don't get me wrong, this gear ticket alone is very, very useful and very helpful, but some people need different attachments, like a different scope, different foregrip, whatever the case may be, to help make it their perfect gun. And that's what we're looking to do without spending our own money. We want to use the money we've made within the raid itself to then upgrade the gun and continue using it for further raids to continue make it profit without spending our own actual cash. Once you've been in the raid long enough and you've done some looting, maybe swiped some key cards, maybe took out a couple players along the way, you're then going to make your way to the extraction, and we're going to go back to the stash, and I'm going to show you the attachments I would use to upgrade this M4 to make it way more optimal, and what I would do to kind of max out my loadout without spending too much money, so I can continue playing the game, continue making money, continue surviving PvP fights, and trying to make it to extract as much as possible, therefore maximizing your profit. So like I said, once you make it out of raid, these are the kind of things I would do post-raid to really change this kit to make it as optimal as possible. Okay, so we've made it out with this M4. First thing you want to do is obviously unload the ammo, so you have all the extra ammo put back into your safe box. You look at this M4 here, or even if you got a different weapon from somebody, you just look at the gun that you got from whatever you've done, wiping a player, finding attachments, whatever the case may be. You decide what you want to take from this kit to then add it to your kit or sell for profit. And in this case, really the only thing I could see here that I would take and add to my M4 might be this 3x scope, right? Because for me, I'm more of a medium range player. I like to hold angles. I like to pick people off from distance. I'm not a run into a fight, swing everybody type of player. So for me, this would help me a ton at those distance fights. Now, if you got a weapon off of somebody and there's no attachment you would like to take off of it, you simply just sell, list, lower the price a little bit so it sells instantly. And then from there, those profits that you made, you could then go into modify on your gear ticket set. Now, with this M4 specifically, I mean, it's pretty much built out to the way that I could use it and be optimal with it. The M4 is a very straightforward gun. It's very easy to handle. And this gear ticket shoots very straight, as you can see. There's little to no recoil on it. But some things that I might change where, like I said, I'm more of a at-range player, is I would change out the scope. And for me, I would change the scope out to maybe something like the 1.5 to 5 times adjustable. If you really made a good chunk of cash, this 2 to 4 is a really good option because it also gives you a stability boost to the weapon itself. So you would just add this here, like so. Looking at our stats here, we have 73 control with 52 handling, 65 stability. I mean, this gun by itself is just, like I said, phenomenal. I would more so just change the scope because, like I said, I'm more of a at distance player. I'd go here, go to calibrate. I like to calibrate my scopes with the eye relief all the way to the left. And then I like to crank down the zoom just a little tiny bit. And then now you just have, an M4 that shoots like a beam, and you have a little extra distance on it as well for far engagements. Now, if I made it out of multiple raids, or even if that first raid paid me a good amount of money, this is something I would probably build. In my personal opinion, this would be my favorite M4 go-to build for raids I want to continue forward, winning PvP fights, looting up keycard rooms, and extracting as much as possible. And I've really only changed a few things. The stock stays the same. Like I said, I changed the optic. I've left all the patches the same. I've left the laser the same, the barrel the same. I added the advanced multi-caliber suppressor to not only quiet the shots, but it adds range to it as well, and also controls a lot of the horizontal recoil patterns. Great option in my opinion. And then I would have added the bevel foregrip as well to help with the horizontal firing stability. Now, again, this is my opinion. I like to pull down when I'm controlling recoil. I don't like to worry about my left and right recoil patterns. So for me, if I can eliminate the left and right as much as possible and leave only the pull down method of recoil control, that's by far the best way for me to play the game. For you guys, it might be different. For you guys, a lot of people come from playing Rust or games that have, more so horizontal recoil, and they're able to control it, and you want to, control less of the downward pull, then you might want to build something out for vertical recoil. And if that's the case, I would definitely go with the Renaissance ergonomic grip. That helps control a lot of the vertical. And from here, I would go back to using the titanium because then it just gives you the best of both worlds. Or you can go vertical compensator as well with extra vertical control. And then other than that, all I've really done is just added a 45 round mag. The M4 shoots very fast. You go through ammo a lot. So in situations, maybe you're in a 1v1, 1v2, 1v3, you want to have as much bullets as possible inside the magazine, so that way you have to worry about reloading less. In my opinion, that'll help you a lot. But again, play around with it, adjust with it as you like the gun to be. Everybody's different. All right, like I've always said, I don't claim to be the best player in the world in this game. I have a ton of hours, but I just build guns that work for me. And if it works for you too, that's great. But if you find something's off, like you don't like the scope, don't be afraid to change the scope. Change it to how you like. If you like red dots, go with red dots. If you like having, the prism, throw the prism on there. Throw the fire control system scope on there. Whatever suits what you like to use. Okay, that's at the end of the day the most important part. Well, what I will show you though is how I calibrate it as well. Like I said, for the optic, I pull the eye relief all the way to the left, and I pull the zoom down ever so slightly to a minus 0.15. With the stock, I pull the placement all the way down for the extra ADS speed, but I keep the weight limit all the way to the right just to help with control. For the rear grip, same thing. I leave the weight limit all the way to the right for control. Thickness is all the way down for hip fire aim speed. And what the hip fire aim speed is basically while you're sprinting and then you press ADS, it just helps bring the ADS up a lot faster. As for the foregrip, everything is to the right for extra stability when moving and extra control as well. You want this thing to shoot straight as a laser. Same with the barrel, I leave everything to the right. The extra muzzle velocity just basically means that your actual velocity of the bullet, it's almost like if you're thinking hit scan, right? Once you press left click to shoot, the bullet hits. You want it to hit as fast as possible. You want there to be little to no delay. So velocity helps with that. I always crank that bad boy up to the maximum. And that's pretty much it for the gun build itself. Now, looking past the gun, we're going to look at other ways to optimize this gear set as well, depending on how much money you've made in that past raid or past raids. On top of that, some of the gear you may have found. If you've made a good chunk of cash, or even if you found somebody with a better chest rig, what I would do is definitely upgrade the chest rig to something like the GIR field chest rig. What that basically does is just give you more slots to take some gear out or take some loot out, which is perfect for what we're doing because we're trying to make money. On top of that, if you've made some money as well, or if you've been lucky enough to find maybe a 35 bag, you throw the 35 bag on. You always want to upgrade your rig and your backpack because we're trying to make the most money. We're trying to grab the most amount of loot to come out with. So even if you made 500k to a mil, you can upgrade this backpack to, what I would do is a 30 bag. The 30 bag, when you look at it here, the 30 bag gives you enough room to hold at least 3 other weapons. If you happen to PvP and take out a whole team, now you can take 3 guns with you. This also allows you to then loot 30 items in the game, right? It just gives you more room to bring out as much loot as possible. On top of that, you have a fully optimized M4, which will help you win any fights that you get into, or at least should help you win any fights that you get into if you're playing smart enough. This is how I would take my next kit in if I made a good chunk of cash. This is what I would do. Now, looking at the armor, again, if we've made a good chunk of cash, and better yet, if your armor is destroyed, one of the upgrades I would do, at least to the helmet, is upgrade to the DICH helmet. In my opinion, you look at this helmet here, it gives you a 50% boost to your hearing range, which is going to help you hear things a lot further away and a lot clearer when they're up close to you. Okay? Compared to the MHS TAC, which only gives you a 30%, still really good. Still really good. So if yours isn't destroyed, it's still, 25 out of 30, 20, whatever the case may be. I would hold on to it, keep using it, but I would definitely, if you can afford it, to upgrade to the DICH. You can leave the armor the same. If you really want to upgrade, you can, but if your armor is still, in good shape, keep running that armor. It's a great armor to use in the game, in my opinion. And that right there wraps up the video about what I think is one of the best gear tickets in Delta Force. Like I said, this is all personal preference. You may like a different gun that's on the gear ticket selection, and that is totally fine. I'm just showing you what gear ticket or what weapon I like to use the most, and that would be the M4. Just more so because of the buff that it did receive with the damage in the armor pen. Try it out, test out different builds, see what you like the most, and like I said, this video was short and quick. It's basically meant to show you that there's lots of ways to still profit and use very good weapons in this game without spending a dime. And this gun right here, this ticket kit, has by far helped me the most when I'm low on cash, which I usually am, and just helps me optimize most of my PvP fights, making money, extracting as much as possible. That's the main goal, is just extracting. And this gear ticket will help you do that. But all in all, that's it for today's video about gear tickets, and in my opinion, what is the best gear ticket in the game. I hope it helps you guys a ton like it's helped me. I hope it helps you get to, the part of the game where you're running full red at some point because of this video. Whatever the case may be, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more content like this in the future, drop a comment if there's something else you'd like me to go over to help you guys out any way I can. I'm here to help as much as possible. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Let me know what you think of this video, and again, what other videos you'd like to see in the future. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like. It helps me a ton. It means a lot to me. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.